I need to adopt a baby that looks just like me, otherwise I won't love it.
I knew this would happen, and I know exactly what you want. And I might have a solution, but you'll have to trust me on this one, Dorothea.
What? What's the solution?
He should be here in a second.
Who? Jesus?
The next best thing. Can't hardly read.
Doctor, hi.
Well, see your message. Yes, please.
Thank you.
That's my wife, Dorothea. Dorothea Kent. Kent, Dorothea.
Nice to see you again.
Yes.
Kent, would you please have a seat? Would you like something to drink?
Oh,
A cigarette, perhaps?
a drink would be great, thanks.
I think he's a little old for us to adopt him.
Just, why don't you go into the kitchen and make sure that dinner's going to be ready?
Good idea.
You do like meatloaf, don't you, Kent?
Of course. You know, it's pretty exciting. We're going to be brother-in-laws soon, once I marry Todd's sister, Emily.
That's right. That's right. And that's why I wanted to have this nice dinner with you in order to congratulate you.
Well, thanks. I guess you being her doctor already know that, well, please keep this between us, but, well, she's expecting.
Of course, absolutely. Kent, have you ever felt like you weren't a full man?
No.
Really? Even with your failing music career?
Okay, ouch. I suppose when I got that call from the record label saying, we hate all your follow-up songs and you need to leave LA and never come back, well, that stung a bit. And I came back to town with my head low.
Tell me more about this tragic story.
Well, I had a writing partner that helped me write all my hit songs. A writing partner who couldn't join me in LA, tragically. It just wasn't right timing, wasn't the right optics. And so I tried to make it a go on my own. At first everything was great. The road, the fans. But well, inspiration never struck again.
And inspiration hasn't struck ever since, am I right?
I know, I'm this close to my next hit song. I'm even writing the next campaign song for Olive Oil in her mayoral run.
Please, Kent, we both know a woman will never be mayor in this town.
Maybe with the right song.
Kent, I don't mean to be curt,
You should be the doctor.
but I don't think that you're going to be the right father to raise that child. You won't have a career, you won't be able to make ends meet, and that's why I brought you here. I could be a solution to your ailment.
Doctor, I'm not sure I know what you're implying.
I'm implying that I want your baby. I'll pay you top dollar for it. How does $1,000 sound?
$1,000, why
Listen.
that buys a lot of payola.
It does. I'm sterile. It means my testicles don't produce the necessary amount of semen.
Thank you for that graphic detail.
Dorothea and I are trying to have our fourth child. Because we have our first three, of course. Tom, Jeff, and George. Very good.
Everyone knows they're great kids.
So what do you say?
I mean, Emily would never go for it.
Well, I mean, you would explain it to her. You're the man of the house, aren't you?
The thing is, well, I have been worried about this song becoming a major hit. Life on the road is no place for a baby. And frankly, I'm really only marrying Emily because of the child. Why, I'm not even sure we're really in love with each other.
More reason to have us adopted from you. Of course you'll have full visitation, right? You'll be the cool aunt and uncle. And we'll take all the responsibility.
Oh, ladies,
Please come into the house now because Rutherford won't be home for about 2 hours. And I'm so excited to have the Communist Party here. I've only had Tupperware parties, so this is just so exciting for me. Please, what can I offer you? A drink, a reefer, anything?
Well, let me just say that here's a Martin, honey. The meatloaf will be ready soon, if you know what I mean.
Is that a communist code?
Well, what I really should have said is, here's a martini, honey.
Oh,
The meatloaf.
that
will be
makes
ready
so
soon.
much more sense.
It means a lot to me that you understand what I'm talking about, ladies. It means so much that you understand that when we finally get this town equalized with communism, where everybody gets a piece of the pie, the same piece, where we don't have to divide it up in unequal parcels, but you get the same piece that I get.
So it's just a party then, with everybody getting presents at the same time? I don't understand, actually.
Well, think of it like a meatloaf. That's the thing. I use that analogy because a meatloaf is taking the cheapest portion of the beef, mending it by adding ketchup. And when you're done with it, you have a loaf of protein that you can share equally amongst your comrades.
This sounds lovely, but why not hear from our lovely mayor-to-be?
I may be wearing red, but I'm not
Rusty, the meeting's happening just over there in that house.
I thought I
really
heard
think we
something.
ought to eavesdrop?
Here, I brought these binoculars. Just look through them.
Look, I know I've only worked for you for a bit of time, but I must caution you on your reputation. And I don't know much about this communism stuff.
Violet, I just have one thing to say. With those glasses on, I can't tell if you're talking to me or Olivia.
She's talking to me because, if you didn't know it, Violet is my personal assistant.
I
think
can
you're
read
getting-
lips. Violet is her personal assistant.
Wait a minute, too personal. What I'm saying, Violet, is that I am not in favor of becoming communist.
There, you see? She just said she's not in favor of becoming communist, and they're all there at the same meeting.
Well, do you think you have to be a communist to run against my brother?
No, that's the thing. We can have an equal share of the pie. It's just we need to make the men bake them.
Ladies, ladies, do you hear something outside?
Look, Rusty, it doesn't matter what Olive says, it matters what Beverly says, right?
Look out the window, see if there's anybody out there.
You know, I've been having those cats in heat in my neighborhood. At first I thought it was somebody yelling, "Mom! Mom!" Oh, that's what it is then.
Ladies! This is serious.
Well, what makes you think that I'm not serious?
Because you're throwing things around without any knowledge. We have to ensure that R.J. Rutherford does not become mayor again. I know I'm new to this town, but I hear everything in this town.
All he's doing is just holding women back.
Look,
That's why I'm running.
if anybody's a communist, it's got to be RJ. RJ is a communist. And if you can't read my lips when I say that,
She just said if anyone's a communist, RJ's a communist, but Mayor's a communist.
Excuse me.
She said, excuse me.
What's going on?
is there someone at the door?
Ooh, Rusty?
Smells like a skunk in here.
All right, it's us. It's me,
Rusty,
Beverly.
what are
I
you
told
doing?
him about you.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. Take this, you schmo. I didn't believe him, Beverly. I didn't believe him for a minute. I saw what you said. I know that this is a party of not communists.
She's a communist.
What?
Rusty, don't run away from me. It's me. It's Beverly.
Is it true, Beverly?
Rusty, it's true. Look, when I invested in
a very simple Russian automobile. I had it shipped here, and when the crate came, I opened the crate up, and when I opened the crate up, a very tiny car came out. It was very, very simple, but the instructions were written in Russian. And I used a translating book that I have, and I read the instructions, and it was almost poetic, the way it spoke about all people being equal, all hands having a part in making something of low quality.
And the bottom of it, there was a recipe for meatloaf.
Exactly.
Stop! Before you say anything else, I must advise you to leave.
Maybe you're right.
We cannot be associated.
Oh, Beverly, we'll talk later.
Don't turn this into a witch hunt. I'm simply trying to do what's best for everyone.
What's best for everyone is democracy.
And capitalism?
Doctor,
So you're saying that that injection will get rid of Martin?
That's exactly right. But